Hello, so in this video, we are going to talk about the permanent solution to the problem of high input and low output. Most people spend their days throwing time, energy, and money at the problems and trying to grow the business, trying to accomplish more, trying to increase the output. But what they find is, as proportionally they increase the input, the output just stays the same. Output flatlines. And why is that? I used to be that way. I'm like working 16 hours a day and the business is barely moving. What is going on? I'm doing everything in the book. I'm following all the instructions. I'm focusing on quality. I'm focusing on quantity. I'm focusing on volume. Right? Why is that the output is not increasing? Why is that I'm not accomplishing as much I should or as much I imagine? So in this video, I'm going to give you the permanent solution to this problem, right? So here's the thing. First of all, you have to admit that you are increasing the inputs, you are working hard, right? If you're not working hard, then output will always be flatline. There cannot be any output if you're not trying. Now, this is the solution is for people who already have high work ethic and are putting in the right inputs, but unable to figure out why the output is not increasing. So, with that, let's focus on why output is not increasing, right? So, there are two things. Number one, you're working on the wrong thing. That's one. And number two is that you're working on the right thing, but you're assuming it's going to be easy. It's going to take less time, less money, less effort. So you could be either one of these two boxes. You're working on the wrong thing, or you're working on the right thing, but with an assumption that it is going to take less time, less effort, and less money, right? And in these two, in the both of the camps, your output will get stuck. Now we're going to tackle the first problem. What is the right thing to work on? So what is the right thing to work on? The right thing to work on is you got to look at the flow of the system, right? You got to look at the flow. So you got to look at the system from your business as the awareness, reaching the right people, spreading awareness. So that will be the top of the funnel. Then it will be nurturing. Either you're nurturing through your campaigns, your content, or you're nurturing YouTube videos or emails, educating the lead about your brand, what problem you're solving, and why your mission is important. At the last is closing. Right? People who are interested, ready to buy, closing them, whether it's with the offers that you do once a year or twice a year, or whether it's a monthly offer or any kind of that creates some kind of urgency or immediacy to close it. Then you have service delivery, which is like onboarding, setting the right expectations. How is that going? Service delivery, consistent delivery of wins and the user experience and the total LTV, like lifetime value of a customer, and maximizing that. Then there are upsells, downsells, and any other ways you can add more value to the business, keep the lead nurtured, and increase the LTV. And yeah, when people graduating from it with a testimonial, with reviews, etc., spreading the goodwill that feeds back into the awareness. Right? Now, with that, you gotta look at the entire system of the business, right? From awareness, people first funding about you, to leaving you happy testimonial, right? To this entire chain, you gotta look at what is the market leader doing. If there is no market leader, the close approximate market leader doing. What all the numbers look like? You can use AI to do that. And you'll find like it's like awareness to nurture would be like 10%, and depending on the duration of it. And the bottom of funnel to end of funnel would be like 1 or 2%, right? And so on and so forth. You can figure out all the closing rates. You can figure out all the profits and everything in that business, right? Then you're going to compare your business with that business and try to figure out what the bottleneck is in your business. And I'm going to show you with this diagram Here's the water flowing through the pipe. You gotta visualize your entire business like that. And you got on the side, you gotta put the market leader and what's going on there. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to find the section E in your business. What is the constraint in my business? And you gotta get very, very crystal clear on the what is the constraint in my business is. Is it the lead generation? Is it at the top? Right? I'm not making enough people aware about my products or the services. Or is it the LTV? I churn out customers in 6 months. They just buy one or twice from me, and then they do not keep buying from me. Or is it the reviews and positive goodwill? I'm not building goodwill. I'm not building collecting testimonials. I don't have enough reviews. These all, where is the leaky bottle? Where is the constraint in my business? Right? You got to look at the market leader and extrapolate your business with that and find out what the constraint is. Now, this will solve your first problem. What is the thing to focus on? Right? Next step would be to exploit that constraint. Once you find the section E in your business, what exactly is the constraint? You gotta put enough time, enough energy, enough money into solving it, to doubling its output as fast as possible. If your lead generation is, let's say, 1,000 leads per month, how can I increase to 2,000? And just solely focusing on that. Any incremental improvement, any improvement in the section E will increase the total output of the entire system. Let me repeat that. Any improvement in the section E or any improvement in unlocking the constraint in your business will incrementally and proportionally increase the output of your business. And that's very, very important. That's key here. Now, let's say you identified the constraint. This is a constraint, right, in your business. This is a constraint. And the more attention you pay on it, right, let's say this is a constraint. Okay, here we have the constraint. There you go. So that's the constraint. Now, your whole time, attention, and everything that you could think of. Okay, so here we are. You gotta throw everything at this thing. This thing. Okay, here we go. Boom. Here we are, completely laser-eyed on the constraint, right? And we gotta throw enough time, enough resources, and enough effort. Now, the thing is that people start making this mistake that, oh, what about this? I should be, recording content every day if that's not the constraint. Oh, I should be focusing on LTV. I should be focusing on buying new tracking software, or I should be focusing on the AI automations. No, none of that. You should be focusing on the constraint in your business with all the time, with all the resources, and all the effort. Only if the constraint becomes you need to add an additional service or you need to do exploration, only then it makes sense to allocate some time, energy, and resources to that thing if it becomes a constraint. But until or unless you know what the constraint is, you should divert enough time, resources, and effort into just that, just attacking the section E. And that will solve your problem of high input and low output. It will increase it to normal input and very high output. Let me repeat that. You'll go from, what do I call it? High input, low output to normal input, high output. And that's where you want to be. If you want to be here and not here, right? The thing you have to do is you gotta allocate enough time, energy, and resources into unlocking this constraint. And that's it. That's this video. And I hope you got some value out of it. And I'll see you next. Bye.